Hello. Welcome back. To myself and everyone else that is watching. If anyone is watching, I never know. No. Yeah, I'm back, and we're gonna read a little bit again. And also, the chat is still not working. I have no clue how to like the thing is, I just want to use the things that I made over like for Twitch and just like basically copy them and use it for YouTube. But somehow that is not working, and I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. So, ow, exactly. And so now it's just like there, but it does not serve a purpose at all, and we love that. Um, exactly. That more or less is it. And hello, Anthony. Hi, I'm pretty new. I'm pretty new as well. But that does not matter. You are very welcome here. And hello. Also, I saw your comment. Sorry for not answering. I don't know. I just didn't know how to respond. But hello, how are you doing? How was your day? How is your life? Oh my god, I don't know. Yeah, it's always very interesting meeting new people, but hello, how are you? And I want to say something else, but I don't know what. And also, I think that the latency, I think it's called like that. I'm not sure, but like the difference, like when I'm actually talking and when it arrives at your screens, I think it's pretty high. But I don't exactly know how to change that. So, yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, that's the thing. I'm fine waiting right now to wait a second. I'm fine waiting right now to VC voice chat. I know. With my favorite YouTubers. Okay. Is VC voice chat? Damn, you good with them. Very interesting, but like, who are your favorite YouTubers? I mean, as opposed to me. Oh my god, no. The thing is, like, you see, I'm trying to be funny, but I'm not really. Well, sometimes I think I am funny, but like, cause like self-confidence. Um, but yeah, no, exactly. I am also not yeah, a VC is voice chat. Okay. I'm not at all in like the middle of my screen. In my screen, yeah, no, of like my camera. I know that, but it's comfortable here, and I mean now I would be in the middle, but it's like not very comfortable. So I'm sitting like this. Exactly. But we are here to read. I have no clue where I left off. Always good to just use a receipt as a bookmark, even though I yeah, I hate ads. Why are there ads? I thought there are not going to be any ads. I don't like that, but okay. Yeah, that is lovely. But yeah, no, we are here to read. I don't know what I was saying before. My brain is like kind of gone. I think that's like just some holidays and the fact that I've not been doing anything. Well, I did started a new project, but yeah, let's just say it's because I can't really well, I actually could do quite a few things. I wanted to say I can't do anything because I broke my leg, but theoretically I could do some things, but let's just ignore that and start reading. So I'm gonna pause the music because we figured out that that is kind of annoying. So let's pause the music, and then we're gonna well, I am going to read and you are going to listen. I'm gonna listen as well because I hear myself, but oh my goodness. And since I'm not listening to any music, I can take off my headphones. My hair is kind of weird right now, I want to say. Wow. I think because of the ping I saw and everyone shouting, and Jesus, why is that there? That is absolutely annoying. No. Thing is, I cannot see the lowest part of the end of your message, because like there's that thing of like, I think, reacting or anything or something, and that is just in the middle of your message, or like above the text, and it's just super annoying. But okay. What? I think because of the ping I saw and everyone shouting out "God mode and server," that leads me to a question. I don't quite get it, but sure, go ahead if you have a question and just ask. um, so yeah, exactly. If anyone has any questions, just go ahead and ask. I'm always there to answer your questions. I mean, I suppose there are certain questions that I won't answer, but yeah, I think everyone knows what I mean. I don't know. Exactly. But I suppose you don't happen to know you don't happen to know another YouTuber, do you? I know Sniper Dude, something. I think there are a few numbers. I know him from streaming, and yeah, that's like the only YouTuber that I like, kind of like know some personal stuff about, and like, yeah, then you just like the YouTubers I watch, but like I don't have anything to do with them. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, exactly. Um yeah. So yeah, that is that thing. It's super annoying if you have a broken leg, because then you can't properly sit down like in a comfy position. It's annoying, so just don't break your leg. let's just say it like that. Okay, but now for real. Let's just get started with reading. So, funny you should mention that, because that's the server I am in. God mod Sniper's chat with his new backup. Very interesting. So, okay, so, I want to ask a very stupid question, because I don't, I basically already know that is not that. But Sniper commented on a video, and like a minute after that, you commented, but Sniper's comment was gone again. So in my head, I ask myself, are you Sniper? It's a very stupid question, but are you Sniper? Or are you just a friend? It was like a very funny coincidence that you basically wrote a comment at the same time, and he just deleted his. Because I don't know, I have no clue, but it's kind of interesting, kind of funny. But you know, that's actually very very funny. So you're a friend of Sniper, I suppose, and yeah, no, exactly. Oh my god, it's good to be back. Let's just say that. But let's actually, okay. One more thing. I usually never like break the spine of my books, but since this isn't the best looking anymore, anyways, I'm thinking of just doing like this, because that's a lot easier to hold it. So yeah, no, I'm just gonna do it. Every book lover, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to myself. I'm so sorry, book. But let's let's get started reading. Okay, so chapter 1. My first boyfriend was called Clint. I've always gone for the older man, and he was nearly 6. Scandalous, I know. Clint, as far as I could tell, was hot. There'd been several contenders for my heart, but he'd won and we were now a proper couple. One of our favorite activities was playing with his He-Man castle, not a euphemism. I don't know what that is. Which impressed me greatly and which, I'm embarrassed to admit, was probably the main reason I chose him. When you're 4, you don't need much more than a pair of sweet brown eyes and some way cool action figures to knock you off your already shaky feet. Those He-Man sessions were great fun, always climaxing when we'd stop rattling our plastic figures at each other, rise onto our knees, lean over the top of Skeletor's lair, and kiss each other firmly on the lips, declaring, "I love you." It took me many years to encounter that kind of romance again, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. First off, I don't exactly what you mean. Second, I can tell that if you think I'm sniper, that's completely crazy. Okay, yeah, no. I knew that it's like not a thing, and like yeah, no, I don't. Let's say it's not that thing that's crazy. I'm crazy. Lovely. So now that we have declared that, and I can't really explain what I meant because I basically already forgot. Exactly. I think that makes it so. It probably is just the best thing for me to just continue reading. I had a cat here, because I have a cat. There's another message. Third of all, if you want me to prove you I'm not sniper by asking him politely if he can come here, I can do that, but there's a chance he'll take it as a threat. Why should he take that as a threat? That's what I'm asking myself, but I believe you that you're not sniper. And not intrusive, but like a thought in my head was just theoretically it could still be you, but you have a second YouTube account, which many people do, me included. So that does not mean anything. No, I believe you that you're not sniper. So I mean, if you want to, he's very welcome here. I don't say no. So exactly, if you want to, I don't know, say, "Hey, sniper, come here, rest not streaming, woohoo!" You're totally allowed to do that, but if you don't want to, don't do it. I believe you, even if you don't tell Sniper to come here. I'm talking a lot. I like talking. Talking is amazing. If you have not noticed that, I love to talk. Which is why it's a good thing that I just read books out loud. And sometimes, eventually, make audiobooks out of them. If I find the motivation to cut out all the talking bits and bobs and parts, and I think I'm just gonna continue reading. Oh damn. Okay. I'm wobbly. That's how I describe myself. Because the words cerebral and palsy are as attractive as an ingrowing toenail. With a fungal infection. The former evokes something called clinical distant. The latter sounds like Shakespeare. God's mercy, I have a palsy. The devil feasteth upon my face. Or something like that. In short, cerebral palsy is far away from sexy as far away from sexy as Rupert Murdoch is from a social conscience. You want to bring his whole fans here? That's for you then. I will be right back. Also, hey, quick question. How do you pronounce your name? Okay, first of all, welcome back when you're back. Oh my god. And, well, if you say the whole name, it's Esnasnak. In English. In German, you would probably just say Etsnatsnok. But you can just say Esna or like write Esna. It's just like a bit quicker and easier. So let's just say Esna. Oh my god. Okay, but We're there. Okay. Okay, maybe not quite that far, but you get my drift. Does the medical world hold secret competitions to see who can concoct the label most likely to impede one's sexual relations forever? It's as if a party of falutin consultants take turns to pick words out of a tumbler brimful of polysyllable polysyllabic sibilants designed to induce pant-wetting dread at the very sound or sight of them. Disease, disease, disorder, syndrome, dystrophy, sclerosis, not just one sclerosis, multiple sclerosis. And I'm sure Mr. Down was a really nice guy, but it's sod's law that he had such a bloody, miserable name. Rainbow Syndrome would have been so much nicer. So I'm not best pleased to have had this charming label stamped on me when I was just 2 years old. Atheo- Athetoid cerebral palsy with myotonia and ataxia. I was a cute little girl with golden ringlets who had been branded a Doctor Who monster. I don't quite get that, but oh, Doctor Who, just like the series. Okay, yeah, that might make sense. Or a yoga drink now with added myotonia and ataxia. I'm impressed that my parents, when gravely informed of my condition, didn't faint at the sheer awfulness of those words. They were very much in love when my mother discovered she was pregnant. They were young students at university, and luckily for me, were delighted when I turned up one day in my mom's womb. I assume was a happy fetus. I don't remember much about it. I guess that 9 months of sleeping was pretty agreeable. My parents got married shortly before I was born, so as not to upset God. Not true, but it makes me laugh to think it. On 6th August 1978, my mom went into a London hospital to give birth. Sorry. She's a warrior woman. Why didn't I get that gene? And elected to have no drugs whatsoever. She was just 19 and my dad was 21, but they found themselves alone in a room with neither doctor nor nurse to be seen. It was a Sunday and the hospital was short staffed because, as is well known, nobody's born on a Sunday. But this point, I'd clearly had enough sleep and my mom went into labor while my poor panicking dad ran around the hospital to find anyone, to help. Perhaps the medics were busy coining new horror names for disabilities. Eventually, he located a midwife and heard her back to my mom, who was trying desperately not to push. She immediately told my mom to start pushing, which she was more than happy to do, and miraculously, medical folks suddenly appeared everywhere. Within a few minutes, I was born. I'm sure my parents were very relieved to see me, but the doctors looked nervous. I wasn't breathing, and they whisked me away. I didn't take a breath for 7 minutes. This is pretty impressive. Now I can only hold it for about 2 minutes. This is pretty, tops. The doctors got me breathing, and I was handed back to my emotional parents who helped me for the first time. Apparently, I look just like my dad, but bald, which at first image is a tad disappointing. The only way is up, surely. My mom was kept in overnight because they wanted to observe me. No specific reason was given, and nothing out of the ordinary was said. Apparently, the only sign that something was up was when the doctor who tested the newborn's reflexes came back and did the test on me again, and again, and again. Clocking this but not knowing what to make of it, my mom pushed it to the back of her mind. A day later, the doctor handed me over. My parents could take me home, blissfully unaware of my complications. Over the next few months, they noticed that their cute little girl, the bald geezer, looked disappear quickly. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. The bald geezer looked disappear quickly, fortunately. um. Okay. Fortunately, was also, well, a bit floppy. I had trouble holding my head up, and as a 1 year old, I still couldn't sit up without being buttressed on either side of a mountain of pillows. At 14 months, I was still crawling and shuffling around, and nothing indicated that my nappy clad bum would be leaving the floor anytime soon. Floppy or not, I was an incredibly happy baby. I was completely adored by my Spanish grandparents, Yaya and Yayo. The Catalan names were called by them. The, the Catalan names we called them by, whose home in London were shared. For those unfamiliar with Spanish culture, abuelas and abuelos worshipped their grandchildren to the point of idolatry. If love was water, I'd have drowned in an instant. If my mom had let them, they'd have whisked me off to Barcelona, had my ears pierced, and paraded me around Las Ramblas like a floppy goddess. They hung on my every smile, gurgle, and jerk. I was so bloody loved, in fact, that I feel guilty now just thinking about it. After the first 18 months, in which they rarely left my side, my young parents were persuaded to have a romantic weekend in Paris. I waved them off, wedged happily in Yayo's solid arms. Apparently, I held court at a big party thrown in my honor, and spent the evening surrounded by doting adults who hung on my every sound, while my mom cried all the way to Paris. Um, After months of assurances by various experts that I was fine, my parents were at last given a diagnosis in a blind hospital room when I was 2. Apparently, my brain had been starved of oxygen at birth, and part of it had died. The consultant not only walloped them with the Doctor Who moniker, but also declared with unshakable certainty that I was mentally retarded. This is proved not to be the case, as if. Oh my god. Uh, I just thought that next to my keyboard is like a spider. I absolutely don't like spiders, but it was just like a hair tie, and that just like absolutely freaked me out for a second. So exactly. um, exactly. This is proved not to be the case, as I have never watched Top Gear, read The Sun, or voted UKIP. But at the time, as you can imagine, it was a shock for my parents to hear their beloved only daughter diagnosed as physically and mentally disabled. They left the hospital in a daze, trying to make sense of it all, while their little girl, ignorant of the verdict just pronounced on her, laughed and played all the way home. That evening, my parents and grandparents decided that the doctor didn't know what he was talking about, and that I was perfectly responsive and intelligent. The cloud that had loomed now lifted, and my family were convinced that while I might have the new name of a sci-fi monster, my intellect was intact. A return visit to the hospital for a second opinion confirmed their hunch, but this new doctor pronounced that I would still never lead a normal life, just what my young parents needed to hear. I'm not quite sure what a normal life is. Surely everyone's life isn't normal to them. What I am sure is my bemusement now that the ease with which these professionals make such weighty pronouncements, words that take seconds to utter and decades to cast off. Unknown to me then, they disappeared into the ground around me, and over time, I would emerge as the bars of a cage, hemming me in from the outside world. I would no longer be Francesca. I would be different, faulty, an error, wrong, abnormal. A chain of negatives that would drag me down and make me flinch internally when I spoke them or even thought of them. I was also, wait for it, brain damaged. Yes, my brain, the most important part of me, is cock-arsed, crappy, mangled, blemished. If you'd received it from Amazon, you'd ask for a refund. Fab. When I was old enough to understand it, I took an instant dislike to the word disabled. It was a bodily thing, this resentment, a feeling somewhere deep in my bones that whoever I was and whatever I did would be overshadowed by this ugly tag that stuck to me like a label on a fruit, clumsily peeled with thick, stubborn glue. Eventually, I managed to peel it off, bit by bit, scratching at each piece until it was finally gone. Hello, Sniper 8. Sniper 8. I see the Sniper army is finally arrived. Finally, the Sniper army arrived. I see. Well, hello, welcome everyone. I'm Esna. I'm currently reading this amazing book. What? Woohoo! Sniper 8? Damn, I do not get that. But hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? I wanted to say how is everyone's weekend, but it's Tuesday. How is everyone's Tuesday? I'm just gonna ask how is everyone's Tuesday, and I'm actually just gonna drink something because I'm thirsty. And I have a problem because my water is out. I have an empty bowl of water. That was horrible, but yeah. The problem only is I can't just get up and like grab the ball and go and fill it up. Actually, I can show you how I need to do it. So, this is basically how to fill up your ball when you have a broken leg. Just gonna put in some music. Okay, so you grab just any bag, put in your bottle of your bowl of water, hang it around your neck because otherwise it's gonna interfere with your crutches. So you're gonna put it around your neck, get your crutches, these lovely things here. So that's the famous Esnesnag sniper's been telling us of. He like in love with you. I don't know. I think we need to ask Sniper. I don't know. I have no idea. At least so far, he hasn't like told me that he's in love with me. He's always been very nice, but yeah, I don't know. But I'm just gonna quickly fill up my bottle so I can drink. Exactly. And yeah, I'll be right back. This is so awkward right now.
Hast du eine spannende Business-Idee? Hol dir eine Domain, bau eine Website und bring deine Idee online. Alles mit GoDaddy.
I always play jungle.
I am top.
I am mid lane.
I play bot, AD carry.
I am support.
No matter your position, stay true to your lane and join Kia at the League of Legends Premier
Okay,
Championship.
well, I'm back.
Movement that inspires.
Just took me a moment. And hello, Sniper. Hello. How are we doing? How are you doing? Exactly. You knew I'd get you eventually, friend. Is that meant for me? But, if so, yes, you got me. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Help. Hey guys, pleasure seeing you. Pleasure seeing you, Sniper. How are you doing? Okay, that was awkward. I'm sorry. Should I just continue reading? I'm just gonna snack on some M&Ms, because why not? They're good, tasty, unhealthy. You knew I'd get you eventually, Yesna. Just needed the right time. He was gonna come. He was gonna be appearing, and now he is there. Here he is. Yes, here he is. It is incredible. It's crazy. He is here. It's actually like, what the fuck? Sorry. People, can you believe it? Sniper, like the sniper dude, is actually here. Like, damn. No, I mean it. It's like crazy. Damn. I feel like I'm getting spammed by emails. Exactly. Anthony, stop scaring the crap out of her, bruh. No, it's okay. I'm not scared at all. Why should I be scared? Is there a reason? Should I be scared? Because I'm, well, currently not. Also, thank you for the follow. Mikey plays Roblox. Thank you very much, dude, for the follow. So, exactly. Damn, my hair looks like shit. Isn't Anthony's sister Lofsa Sapa your friend Sniper? Yeah, exactly, Sniper. Isn't that your sister's? No. Exactly. Yeah. But tell us, Sniper. Is that true or not? I'm very curious. Okay, I don't know why I'm this fucking awkward right now, but, it definitely did not fall to the ground, yeah. Well, I don't get that discussion, kind of, but it's very curious. Oh my god. I'm very curious now. It's very curious. I feel like as if I should just read and like focus on reading, because I feel like then I can't talk trash. Yeah. So quick question, is it fine if I continue reading? Cause yeah, I just kind of really don't want to talk trash. Exactly. Oh my god. No, I'm just gonna be like kind of bitchy. I'm gonna do a bitch move. I just decided I'm gonna read, and I don't care what you say. No, but yeah, no, I'm just gonna read, if that's fine. I have no clue where I left off, but no. I found it. Of course, at the time, I wasn't aware of how terribly palsied my cerebrum was because I was too busy being a 2-year-old indulging in the joys of life, guzzling Parade apple and posing for the camera as I pooped in a potty. That's sort of odd. What is so that odd? Sorta otta. No, what is sort of odd? I don't know. Yeah. I'm confused. Like a lot. Very confused. Yeah. In fact, I felt anything but faulty, thanks to the shower of love that rained over me every day from my darling family. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I was also devastatingly cute, with a killer combination of blonde ringlets, big smile, and floppy limbs. I didn't walk until I was 3, which didn't bother me at all. Instead, I filled the time reading books and doing jigsaw puzzles. I became so good at these that I could do them upside down, even without a picture to guide me. We should have called Mensa. Eventually, I struggled up off my behind and decided it was time to have a crack at this standing lark. Um, I knew she was friends at the start with you, because you spoke about her a long time ago. Before whatever that, you told us about what happened to her, and she appears in your videos. Besides, I'm a fan of hers on Twitch too. Oh, thanks. That's really good to hear. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't really. Yeah, no, my brain's like really not processing. I don't know. Just gonna read. Okay. Thank you for understanding. That means a very lot much. That was not English, but means a lot to me. Oh my god. Oh no. I tottered across the living room to the delight of everyone in general and my mom in particular, whose back was relieved at the prospect of not having to lug me around anymore. Uh, wha- maybe? Oh, uh, yeah. No, I'm just kind of confused and don't really know what to say, do, think. I don't know. Also, whoa, new bug. Yeah, I started like 6 days ago on the last and first stream over here on YouTube. It is What the Star is Normal by Francesca Martinez. It's actually so far I really like it. I mean, I feel like I don't understand half of the words, but yeah, no, it's a pretty damn nice book. So I can only recommend it, and maybe hopefully I will make an audiobook out of it. Hopefully, eventually, I will find the Jesus Christ, the motivation. Boys except snapper political reader book. Oh, thank you, Jenny Harrison. Sorry for saying it like that. Oh, but thank you. No, but it's okay. It's okay. But thanks. Anyways, oh my god. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna read. I'm sorry. Okay. To this day, my relationship with gravity remains capricious, but those tottering steps opened up a new world to me, and I felt indestructible. I thought I was capable of anything. My family had done such an incredible job of making me feel like the most cherished being on earth that my self confidence soared to ridiculous heights. Striding, metaphorically, you understand, into infant school, aged 4, I quickly won the admiration of the boys by marching across the playground to the forbidden bush, the one with the poisonous red berries, and plucking one as they looked on in awe. These can kill you if you eat them. I paused, relishing the mix of fear and excitement in the wide eyes that peered back. Well, let's see about that. And I popped the berry dramatically into my mouth, chewed it aggressively, and swallowed it with a satisfied gulp. The boy stared intently, waiting for me to drop to the ground and writhe in agony. When it was clear that I had cheated death, they broke into cheers and I was their hero. I have since lost that strain of bravery, stupidity, AFK. What? Who? What is AFK? I'm 20th subscriber. Hello, Josh Crofer. And I suppose thanks for for the sub. Follow? You say follow on YouTube. It's sub over. No, it's sub on YouTube and follow over on Twitch. It's still kind of confusing. Okay, but since Jenny seems so intrigued by the book and my reading, I'm just gonna continue. I don't know if intrigued is the right word, but yeah. Okay. Are you Australian or British? I'm none. Ich bin Österreicher. No, I'm Austrian. Exactly. Not to oh my god. Yeah, no, I can't make out the word right now, but I'm Austrian. but apparently I'm very good at hiding that with my accent, which is, I don't know, a mixture of everything, but yeah. Actually, I'm gonna continue in a second, Jenny. It is actually a really nice compliment that you think I'm British, or that there's the chance that I'm British, because I love the British accent, but I feel like I can never properly do it. So thanks, that was a compliment. She's Austrian, Mike. Exactly, I'm Austrian. Sniper already knows. Sniper is like the OG here right now. Okay, but bag, by the way. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, welcome back, Sniper. Now that AFK thing makes sense, but let's now do Jenny a favor and continue reading. Oh well, I'm gonna do her a favor and continue reading. Okay. What the fuck were sorry. In fact, if something in the fridge is a day over its best before date, I have to call my mom, relay in a detailed visual description of said product, and await her expert pronouncement. How times have changed. The berry episode cemented my popularity with the guys, and I became a tomboy. I promptly had my girly locks cut short and tried to adopt the swagger of a young lad. I must have been successful in my attempts, because once in a local park, a man referred to me as Sonny. The grin didn't budge from my face for the rest of the day. In my head, I was a tough, dangerous-wearing kid, ready to climb any tree or perform any other scallywaggery. I know what you're thinking, and you're right. Cerebral palsy and tree climbing are poor bedmates. Getting up was no problem, but gravity seemed a lot more real when it was time to come back down. I had to be rescued more than once. The truth is, I forgot my physical limitations. As far as I was concerned, I was an intrepid explorer or a private detective or the survivor of a shipwreck. I commented on the stream. Why my comment got deleted? I have no clue, cause like I was confused myself, cause it was suddenly not there anymore. Like I saw that I got an email that you wrote a comment, and then was like, okay, let's have a look, and then it wasn't there anymore. That was like super interesting. I have no idea why it got deleted. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, let's do a little more light. I don't know if that helps anything, but let's just continue reading. Okay. My imagination was far more real to me than the distant memory of some palsy or other. Really, I never considered it, mainly because there were better things to think about it. Like boys. I started fancying boys probably about the same time I started eating solids. Boys were brilliant. They had no truck with annoyances like doing up buns or trying shoelaces or any of that boring and unimportant stuff. And so I met Clint. Clint was a great boyfriend. We were very committed to each other. So much so that when he broke his ankle in PE one day and had to be taken off to hospital in an ambulance, I wept like a forlorn wife. I begged to be taken with him, pleading with the paramedics that I had a right to accompany him as I was his girlfriend. My entreaties fell on deaf ears, and as the ambulance sped off, the tears flowed copiously. I don't fucking know. While my teacher tried in vain to reassure me that a broken ankle was not life-threatening. Well, off experience, lovely. I can say, yeah, it's not life-threatening. It's like just mentally life-threatening because it's kind of letting you drive crazy, especially when you're not done, when you get off your cast, which I definitely which is definitely not my case. But I didn't even know you started streaming because my bell notifications for this channel isn't active because you streamed on Twitch, and I thought there wasn't nothing to worry about until now. Yeah, no, I just started streaming again. And I just like, yeah, I kind of like had some trouble with Twitch, and like felt kind of ausgenutzt, not betrayed, but like something like that by Twitch. And yeah, that's why I switched over to YouTube, and just happened now because I took a pretty long break from streaming, and I suppose that I'm now slowly getting back to it. Yeah, exactly. So that is kind of the story behind that. So I suppose now it would be very helpful to actually activate the bell. Do you need a moderator? I suppose. Well, I don't have one yet. I only have the one. I only have mods over on Twitch, but yeah, I think I should maybe ask them if they want to be mods over here on YouTube. I don't know. That's like nothing I thought about yet so far. Jesus Christ. Exactly. Let me quickly. I'm gonna continue reading in a second. I don't know how I can like get that thing away. Apparently I can't at all. But yeah, no. Let's continue reading. I can't remember why or how Clint and I broke up, but it remains one of my one of my less dysfunctional relationships, and we remain friends, which, given that we were each barely half a decade old, is rather mature, I think. For me, infant school had nothing to do with learning and everything to do with having fun. I had no desire whatsoever to sit down and be educated. I just wanted to play, and I routinely made this abundantly clear to my despairing teachers. I discovered that flirting with the boys was a highly enjoyable pastime. I also wanted to put on plays and act, and that was it. Don't waste my time with maths and writing, teachers. I'm not interested. That was all too passive and boring and rubbish. Imagine my other delights then when my teacher announced that the school play was to be Goldilocks, and thanks to the ringlets, I would be playing the lead. My joy quickly dissipated, however, when I found out that the eponymous character had only one line in the entire play. One line? That changed everything. I marched up to my teacher and told him that I was not happy. Not happy at all. With his scythe, he led me into an empty classroom where I sat at a table and crossed my arms defiantly. Why don't you want to be Goldilocks, Francesca? His tone tried to mask his annoyance. Because she only has one line, said I, as if it was the most obvious thing in the world. But it's a very important line. He smiled to placate me. He failed. I don't care, I want more lines. I looked him right in the eyes. No negotiating. He proceeded to offer me every other role apart from the two main ones. I turned them all down unequivocally. Oh my god. Overall though, man, it's great to see you. How have you been? Last time I saw you, you streamed where you were outside on a skateboard outside. Did you ever do the little skateboard flip or no? Well, overall, apart from my leg, I'm doing good. Thanks. And that trick in specific, I never really did. And well, I'm probably not gonna. And also, unlike to you, Josh, for the next like probably half a year, I won't skateboard because I can't, because I broke my leg, and there it's kind of pretty much yeah, not functional as of right now, because there's some ligaments that are torn and whatsoever. But like apart from that, yes, I do skateboard. And exactly, that is kind of the story to tell. And yeah, exactly. Ow, I hit my leg. That was not a good thing to do, and I want to drink something. Then I'm gonna continue to read. Okay. Oh, well, overall though, we have a lot of catching up to do next stream, since you know you're reading. Yeah. Well, we do have a lot of we do have a lot of catching up to do. Exactly, and yeah. I don't really know what else to say. My brain is like, yeah. I think I'm the one that's gracious. Goodness gracious me, that's how I think it's said. I have no idea, but kind of like ASMR, no ASMR. Not really. It's really awkward right now, but I'm just gonna continue to read. And next time I'm live sniper, or maybe at the end of the stream, we can do catching up. But now I'm just gonna go back to reading. I hope that's okay. I'm sorry for that. Well, Jesus, let's just continue reading. I'll give you the whole information next stream. Okie dokie, that is great. I mean, I can't assure you, or like, I can't tell you when the next stream is gonna be, because I have no fucking clue. But whenever it is, we gonna talk. I hope that's okay. I think we should like agree on that. Like, exactly. That was awkward. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna. Okay. But yeah, no. I'm just gonna continue. Whoops. Just gonna continue reading, I suppose. Okay. I want the main part. He stared back at the wobbly diva set in front of him. Francesca, we've already given those two parts to other people, so we can't give them to you. That wouldn't be fair, would it? Annoyingly, my sense of fairness made my head shake. The thing is, Goldilocks is still the star of the show. The whole play revolves around her. My eyes flickered at the word star. Really? I said, not yet convinced. Yes, she's the heart of the play, and you're the perfect person to play her. The compliment was dully noted and accepted with a momentary smile. So, I'll be the star of the play? Yes, Francesca, you'll be the star. Okay, I'll do it. I slid off the table and shook his hand. I think he shook his head. Where this bare-faced ambition came from, I cannot say. Such levels of self-belief are not supposed to be found among the palsied, I think, because it's cerebral palsy. To the week of performances, I was disappointed to discover that the costume consisted of a sparkly dress and some bright red ribbons in my hair, but even this sartorial display of femininity femininity, oh my god, such a weird word, didn't dampen my tomboy spirits. The prospect of speaking in front of all those people made my heart beat faster, and I couldn't wait to deliver my one and only line. On the night of the first performance, I counted down to the minutes to my big entrance. A transformed school hall was packed with parents and siblings who sat on benches surrounding the center, which was now a stage where dragons and monsters and fairies traipsed in and out. Finally, the big moment arrived, and I walked on, full of focus, and having, like any actor worth their jobs, worked out exactly what my motivation was. I savored the electricity that the audience generated with their eyes before I delivered my line. The line. The pause was dramatic, and I held it, knowing it would allow me to remain in the spotlight a little longer. Ate all the tots, and then it was over. But I was hooked. I had not a single doubt that I was going to be an actor. I declared this to my parents shortly afterwards, and because they come from families of writers and artists, this was greeted with a wave of enthusiasm. Once I made my decision, I became even less inclined to engage in academia, proclaiming to my teacher a lot, oh no, whenever he announced that maths would follow lunch. I apologize to any mathematicians reading this, but I had and still have no interest in numbers. None whatsoever. To this day, I am baffled by the 5 hours of maths a week that I had to endure. Beyond the simple arithmetic that I felt I'd clearly mastered by 4.5, I couldn't understand this numeral obsession. There were some weird kids who did seem to enjoy this ludicrous subject, and I was more than happy for them to indulge in their peculiar fetish. They could do it all day and all night for all I cared. I just didn't want to be in the vicinity when they did it. I thought, and still do, that unless you want to be a mathematician or a scientist, the amount of maths we are forced to endure is completely out of proportion to its usefulness in most people's lives. I doubt David Beckham is very familiar with Pythagoras or his blasted theorem, but he seems to have done all right. It's not that I lacked interested in all learning, it's just that I was absorbed by people and nature and playing and laughing and all those things which the doing of maths seemed to murder ruthlessly. What's going on, Sniper? Why the not oh my god, not directly sad face, but like the, yeah, I don't know how to describe that emoji. Maybe, well, it's here. No, I thought I could like click on that emoji and like it would show me what its name is, but that did not happen. Okay. I loved reading, no doubt, because I'd had a lot of time to do it in my 3 years of not walking. Once my career choice had fallen into place, it was patently clear that playtime was the sole logical reason to attend school. These golden breaks were opportunities to further my acting talents in hurriedly produced plays in which, by remarkable coincidence, I always had the main part, with my group of friends always willing to throw themselves into these epic productions. It was delightful to be able to scratch my performing itch every day. Once I was so enthralled that I refused to go back to class at the end of playtime. I'm not going in! I looked up at the teacher who towered over me. Why not? His eyes appealed to me. Because it's boring and I want to play. My honesty could not be faulted. He looked unsure of what to say. But it's time for class. You have to come in. I didn't move. Nah, I'm gonna stay here and play. He stared at me. Okay. And he walked away, followed by my class. The empty playground stared back at me like a thrown gauntlet. I couldn't believe my luck. Wow, that was easy, I thought. Determined to make the most of my suddenly, eerily silent situation, I tried to play on my own. It was a lot less enjoyable than I'd expected. I lasted 10 minutes, perhaps, before reluctantly admitting that a crucial aspect of play was having other people to do it with. Somewhat disheartened, I headed back to the classroom and opened the door. Everyone turned around and the teacher looked up with the vaguest intimation on his face of a smile of victory. Oh, you've decided to join us, have you? I could sense a thin veil of disappointment descending over my classmates as I dawned on them that the maverick who had taken on authority and one had been beaten. Yeah, I got bored, I answered as nonchalantly as possible in an attempt to recover the shreds of my reputation. In keeping with the tomboy outlook, I begged my parents to give me a brother. Not a baby, you understand. A brother. I was desperate for a partner in crime, a constant companion who wouldn't have to go home when it was time for bed. But I also wanted someone who would be a focus for my maternal feelings. Yes, despite framing myself as one of the boys, I was also ridiculously pathetic. This trait had revealed itself on a visit to London Zoo. 5 hours after returning home, I was still crying my eyes out at the memory of all the animals locked up in their cages. What if I had to live in a cage? I'd be so sad. I keened to my mom, the tears running down my face. Mom, a vegetarian, clearly felt my pain. Yes, I'd be sad too. Her candor was appreciated, but did little to ease the turbulent motions racing around my body. I wish we could let them all out. I'd like them to be able to run free, even if I never saw them. Especially the poor cheetahs. And off I went again. The thought of those cheetahs being unable to run wild, which I'd been told they loved to do, was too much to bear, and I sobbed freely in my mother's arms. Needless to say, the zoo was off limits for years. It was from this highly emotional core that I yearned to have a baby brother to care for, and no doubt to cry over when the time called for it. Happily, my parents wanted another child too. Indeed, they would have had one sooner had they not figured that a sibling would all too quickly overtake me in the walking, bunding, and shoelace tying department. One day, my dad, just 26 at the time, stopped by the bathroom door. Guess what, Jesse? We have some news. I stared at him, smiling. I laughed. I loved surprises. What? Excitement reared its head in my tummy. Mummy's pregnant. Mummy's pregnant. I turned to look at my mom, who at 24 was beaming and beautiful. Yes! The happiness pushed the word out before I'd even realized. Are you happy? Asked my mom, despite knowing the answer. Yes! Will it be a boy? I gazed up at them, hopefully. We won't know until it's born, my dad answered. I pondered this for a moment. It will be a boy. I want a brother. And that was that. Understandably, given the experience that had attended my arrival, my mom opted to have her second baby at home, again with no drugs. On 22nd September 1983, I was given the choice between coming home after school and being there for the birth, or going to play at my best friend Nancy's house. I opted for Nancy. Nancy lived up the road, and I happily went off with her after school. That afternoon, my mind occasionally deigned to wander over to what was happening back home before I yanked it away and got back to important business of play. The important business of play. Yeah, I quickly need to put my leg a little higher. So yeah, I don't fucking know how to explain, but it's kind of not so nice having it on ground level for a long time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to continue. I think that probably is just the best thing to do. So let's do it. When the doorbell rang, I rushed to the stairs and began to bump down the stairs on my bottom. I was halfway down when Nancy's mom opened the door to reveal my dad grinning widely. Beating me to it, she asked him if it was a boy or a girl. Catching my eye, he told us it was a boy. Nancy's mom started crying and I started laughing. I knew it! I bumped the rest of the way down and rushed over to him. Do you want to meet your baby brother? He offered with a hug. Yes, I squealed. We left Nancy and her mom still in tears, jumped into the car and rushed home. I crept upstairs, aware of a new and delicate presence in the house. The bedroom door was open. I walked in slowly and saw my mom, tired but glowing, lying in the bed with a blue bundle in her arms. It was so peaceful. Suddenly feeling self-consciously big, I walked up to the bed and climbed carefully onto it. It's a boy, I said, thankfully, as I peered at the little crumpled face that stuck out of the blanket. He was perfect. What's he called? I asked my mom. Raoul, she said with a smile. Raoul, I said for the first time, letting my mouth get used to the sound. Raoul. You didn't call him Mickey after Mickey Mouse then? I inquired, somewhat disappointed. Mickey Martinez had quite the ring to it, I'd thought. No, we didn't, said Mom gently. Do you want to hold him? Nervously, I took Raoul in my arms and looked into his tiny blue eyes. That was all it took for me to adore him, and to this day, it remains one of the best moments of my life. The arrival of my new brother had to be shared with anyone who would listen. I decided that it warranted a formal announcement during school assembly and waited with bated breath for the head teacher to introduce me, experiencing the same buzz of anticipation that I'd felt before my recent debut. Debut. I don't know how to properly say that. I stood up and addressed the hall. I have a new baby brother and he's called Raoul. The pride flowed out of me like rays of sunshine. The hall began to clap. I could get used to this, I thought. I went home and asked my mom to have another baby, possibly 3 or 4 more. She looked at me through sleep-starved eyes and told me that I should be happy with Raoul. Deflated, I realized I'd have to find other ways to take the spotlight and bask in applause. Ways that didn't include the creation of a human being. Back to the drawing board. Okay. I think this is it for today. I stopped kind of in the middle of the page. Okay, I was thinking of just like reading to the end of the chapter, but it's kind of a lot still, and I gotta say I'm kind of tired. Yeah, I don't know how to say the rest. But yeah, the demoderation, no, I don't know what it's called in English, but so thank you for everyone who was here. It's been a lot of people I got to meet today, and we'll hopefully see each other the next time. And yeah, I have no clue when that is. What I'm gonna do? Well, talk, obviously, and stream, obviously. But no, so I hope that everyone has a great Tuesday evening or whatever time it is for you. So until the next time, have a great time, and yeah, exactly. Until the next time.